what if Jesus' healings are about so much more than people just feeling a little bit better? This is another perspective on a familiar Bible story. Today we're looking at the Garesene Demoniac. You can find it in Mark chapter 5. One day Jesus travels across the sea with his disciples, and when he lands on the shore, he finds out and is greeted by this guy who's possessed by demons who's been living in a cave. Now the place where all this is happening is called the Gerasenes. Maybe you're like me and you can't find the Gerasenes on a map, but really what you need to know, what the gospel writer Mark is telling us, is that Jesus has gone to the other side of the tracks. And what we learn about this place on the other side of the lake is that, yeah, there's this guy who's possessed by demons, and what we also hear is that they have made him live in a cave. He's living in the tombs, it says. And Jesus speaks to the demons inside of the man, the sickness inside of the man. And there's this weird moment where like the demons and Jesus kind of barter together about like, hey, like where should I send you? Like where are you gonna go right now? And they say like, hey, send us into those pigs over there. Jesus listens and takes the demons out of the man and sends them into the herd of pigs. And the pigs run off a cliff and out into the sea. Take that, demons! But here's the really interesting part of the story. The townspeople aren't too happy about this. They ask Jesus to leave their town. There's a couple of things happening at this moment. First and foremost, the man's been healed, but he's also been socially healed. He doesn't have to live in the tombs any longer. He can rejoin society. But the other thing that's happening here is that the townspeople don't really get it. They're too focused on the economic loss that's taken place. I mean, someone killed a herd of pigs. That's someone's livelihood. They use those pigs for meat and food and to sell and barter. Part of the point that the gospel writer Mark is trying to have us see is that there are these people on the other side of the tracks who care more about their economic well-being than they do about the care of this demon-possessed man. So this healing story is not just about Jesus casting out demons. It's also about the ways that the man was socially healed and able to rejoin society. Also about the ways that Jesus is calling out the emotional and spiritual unwellness of the Garesene people. Why do they care more about their economic success than they do about this man who is hurting and in need? May this story from Mark's gospel be a lesson to us of the ways that Jesus wants us to be healed. Just like Jesus wanted the Gerasenes to see past their economic livelihood in order to care for the other, may we also find healing in that way.